So of the 17,000 voters, 13% of them voted for Magic Johnson. 8% of them voted for Hakeem Olajuwon. Here's where it gets interesting. 15% of them voted for Shaquille O'Neal. 16% of them voted for LeBron James. And 47% of them voted for Kobe Bryant. This poll drew so much conversation that the poll right now has 440 likes, but that's not the crazy part. And it has generated 919 comments of people just basically insulting each other back and forth. Let me go through some of the polls, some of the questions, some of the responses. One person says, peak Dream was MVP, Finals MVP, and Defensive Player the same year. Good point. Prime Hakeem was crazy good too. Another person said, Shaq was a real life monster. Another person said, Shaq was a force of nature. Another person said, Bean in his prime was a killer. Another person said, I'm just thinking, whom would I want? No question, Hakeem. Somebody said, Kobe with the most votes, dear Lord. Another person said, the answer is Shaq. Another person said, prime Shaq was unstoppable. Another person said, LeBron over Magic is dumb as hell. LeBron should be last in this conversation. Another person said, Kobe was Jordan's spawn, respectfully. Another person said Magic. Then some people put out their rankings. Kobe, Magic, Kareem, Olajuwon, LeBron. Another person said Kobe. Another person said MJ, Kobe, Shaq, all ahead of LeBron James. And another person said, y'all really picking LeBron over Shaq? And then one final person said, Kobe, really, people? So those are the responses to the poll, right? And you can go in there and leave your 2 cents. Just be careful, man, because there's ruckus in there. People are really going at it. Let me go over the results first of all. I'm not surprised at Hakeem and Magic getting the least amount of votes because maybe the recency bias. People used to seeing these guys play more, although those guys played not too long ago. So the one I really want to focus on are LeBron, Shaq, and Kobe Bryant. Notice I said prime. And with prime usually indicates a certain amount of years. Let's say prime is, 6 to 8 years. That's when a player is in their primes. Well, if you look at Shaq in his prime, in those 3 years with the Lakers, he was the most dominant force people have argued ever. But his prime was very small in terms of the time span. It wasn't like 7 years, right? If you look at now Kobe and LeBron, and this is where it gets interesting, because both of them were in their primes for a good amount of time. I think Kobe was at his best from 2002 to 2012. I think LeBron was at his best. He got drafted in what? I think LeBron got drafted in what, 2003? I think LeBron was at maybe his best from 2005 to 2000. No, let me say 2005 to 2000 and I don't know, 17 or thereabout, about 10, 11 years. So now Kobe and LeBron both had a long period of time. Let's say 10 years, 10-year prime. The question now becomes, who do you pick? Well, let's look at both players. LeBron is sort of a Swiss Army knife. He can get you rebounds. He can play make for you. He can score for you, and also he has other attributes like his ability to push the break and his court vision. Blah 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 blah. We understand that. In the case of Kobe, Kobe can score a lot of damn points. He can defend at a very high level, like all first NBA team level. So Kobe, is going to give it to you on both sides of the floor. He can play make, but not necessarily at the level of a LeBron. We then have to look at their intangibles. The intangibles. Kobe Bryant, I personally believe, is a better leader. He is clutch. He has the most game winners in NBA history, so he's gonna make a lot of shots. He's mentally tougher than LeBron. That is clear. And he knows how to drive his players better because Kobe is not passive aggressive. Kobe is more confrontational, and therefore he's able to extract success out of players results out of players immediately. Whereas LeBron is a lot more passive aggressive, and before he pushes you, he'll trade you. He'll get you traded.